एक ही दिन बताया पूरा मेरे से नहीं होगा बारिश फिर मेरे से टाइम बहुत चाहिए
Good evening, everyone. So just now, only 36 people have logged in. I was waiting for them. Hi, Snail. Hi, Ahuja. Gopal. Hi, Vidula. Hi, Sigmund. How are you? Hi, Mahesh. Everyone, good evening to everyone. Straight away, we will start our lecture because we have complete 2 chapters. So on that day, I told you that what is cost accounting? Cost accounting is the process of analyzing, it is the process of estimating the cost. For estimating the cost, there are various methods which we go through in just one was job costing, second was batch costing, then contract costing, then process costing, then we did single unit costing, then operating costing. Yeah, Devendra, actually, I also got the news, but the project cost of Karm project is good, but the thing is, we don't, get that confidence on that people because on that day, lakhs of people have come. Lakhs of people have come there on that day. Yeah, Devendra. So project is good, but they are giving one room kitchen at 6:30 plus you have to pay registration and all that. That's there. Some hidden costs are there. Government costs are there. Not hidden costs, but government costs are there. But people have booked. Means 2 lakh people had come, and out of that, I think so 50 to 60,000 people have booked. Okay, Devendra. Chalo, आगे बढ़ते हैं, no problem. So, there was methods of costing, job costing. You have not missed anything, Moini. Don't worry. Okay. So, what I said, when I'm talking about cost accounting is a process of estimating, right, produced by you, or estimating the cost of services by you. For that purpose, there are different methods in the textbook. There are many methods, but the main method which first invented by the cost accounting people is job cost. Then after that, they modified job costing to batch costing and contract costing. Job costing is used by those who are not making production regularly. They are doing production only on the order, and the quantity is not so huge, but the cost of production of that quantity is huge. Right. Similarly, batch costing. Batch costing means when you are doing a particular task, but in that different customization is there. So if you are not able to give separate price, separate customization, in that case, you'll not be in a position to give a separate price for separate customization. So for that purpose, we modified the job costing into batch costing. That example of batch costing was carpenter working in a wood mall, pharmaceutical company, right? Then batch costing can say automobile industries who are making normal cars, right? So all these people are using batch costing. Then we have contract costing, where when the contract is going to continue for more than 3 to 4 years or 10 years, 20 years or 15 years. So such type of contract have to do with contract costing. Then we have process costing. This method is useful for those companies where production takes place from raw material to finished goods at different processes, and that too sequentially. Then you use process costing, like textile industry, manufacturing of oil, etc. Right? So after that, I said single unit costing method. Single unit costing method is useful for those who does not produce any bifurcation in a product. They produce a single, for example, wheat flour, cement, wheat flour, chili powder, turmeric powder. All these company where production is not of different customization. The production is not, the production is not having different customization. Chili powder means chili powder, right? Wheat flour. Okay, different types of flour. So that is what single unit costing method. There you can use single unit costing method. Then there are other than industrial, other than manufacturing, those who are not manufacturing anything but giving service to the people, for them is very much necessary for them also to calculate the cost. For that purpose they can use operating costing method or service costing method. Okay, so different methods of costing. Then we did a classification of costing on the basis of time, a period, traceability on the basis of traceability, nature of element, then on the basis of function, on the basis of behavior, on the basis of accounting treatment, on the basis of controllability, then on the basis of decision making. After that, I started that how to calculate, means I've taken with, I've completed that expenses ka whole classification, right? So now we have to start, hai na? Yes, do you remember or not? Hello, Snail. Do you remember where to start from? Till where? Till what part we completed? Forms of overheads. Okay. I'll take an example. It is bad luck. I'm not getting my sheet in which I have solved one example. Okay, no problem. Let us start with that example. Yeah, we have done with classification, all classification. Okay. Now what you have to do, how the calculation goes, means how you have to calculate the cost of a product. That whole thing we have completed first B. Now we have to start first A. We have to complete 1B and 1C. Now, how you are going to calculate a cost of the product? Now, for calculating a cost of a product, like my company, good evening Deepak, my company, where I'm not producing different kinds of product, I am producing only shirts. So in my case, calculating cost of production is very simple, right? In my case, calculating costs are very simple. Yeah, PPTs if you want, my dear, this is a PPT beta. But the thing is what, I'm just giving an example so that it become very easier for you to remember the thing, how the process goes. Because first please divide into 3 parts. Okay, so what happens now? How to calculate a product cost? See, I am not talking about a company where they are producing only one product. I am talking about a company where the company is dealing with different kinds of product under one roof. Their calculation of a production cost is very difficult for me. For example, if I'm talking about L&T, in L&T, they are not producing one product. They are producing different kinds of product, and that too in a different quantity. So calculation of cost for them is difficult. For a company like the single production takes place, then there is no problem at all. Where we are facing problem when we are talking about a company like L&T, Procter & Gamble, Hindustan Lever Limited, where at one roof they are producing different kinds of product at different quantity. So here the problem. So I am taking example, I am taking one numerical example so that it becomes easier for you to understand, right? I'll write that example first for you. Till that time, you can download the PPTs. Just hold on. I'm taking 3 example of L&T company, 3 product of L&T company, 3 different products. There are many products, but I'm taking only 3 products so that it becomes easier for you to understand what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, how the cost of each product takes. Now I'm taking electric wire, engineering tools. ET means engineering tools, and cement. Now L&T is not producing cement, but still, for an example, I've taken that L&T cement is sold to Aditya Birla. Now it is named as Ultratech cement. I know that fact, but still I want to take this example, okay, so that I'll make you understand easier way. Now, when I'm talking about the cost of the product of the cost of reproduction of each product. Now in that I have to keep on adding the cost. Now what is the problem? Where is the problem I am facing? See, in the whole company there are variable expense, traceable expense as well as period expense, anti-wastage expense, non-traceable expense, traceable expense, non-traceable expense. So the problem is to distribute that non-traceable expense. Traceable expense can't be directly charged a product. For example, if I'm talking about material, labor, and direct expense, they are traceable. They can directly, we know that, this expense is a material for electric wire. This is an material for engineering tools. For example, if I say purchase 200 crores, 20 crores copper. So where, in which is the, what is the direct material for? This is direct material for which this thing? No, Shweta, you have not missed anything. It is for wire. See, now this is how the cost goes. Direct material DM plus direct labor plus DE, direct expense. That gives me prime cost. Direct labor, direct material, direct labor, direct expense gives me prime cost. Then add factory, FACTOH, which means overheads. Into that prime cost, if I add factory overheads, I get works cost. What is that total called? Works cost. To that works cost, if I add admin overheads, ADM means admin. Admin overheads, I'll get cost of production. To that cost of production, if I add selling and distribution, S&D, selling and distribution overheads, I get total cost. So this is how I have to follow, and this is how the cost of production takes place. One is direct material, add direct labor, add direct expense, gives me prime cost. Okay, then factory overheads. What? Factory overheads. Add factory overheads. Add what? Factory overheads. So factory overheads, after adding prime cost and factory overheads, we get works cost. To that works cost, if you add admin overheads, we get cost of production. We get cost of production. This is how the, please copy down the three columns for three different product, right? Direct material plus direct labor plus direct expense gives me prime cost. Factory overheads, to the prime cost, if I add factory overheads, I get works cost. To the works cost, if I add admin overheads, I get cost of production. To the cost of production, if I add selling and distribution, I get total cost. So have you written this with the three columns? Now, company faces the problem when this kind of company, I'm not talking about my company producing shirt. I don't face any problem in calculating the cost. The company where, yes, Shweta, direct material, direct labor, direct expense, तीनों को add करके prime cost. To that prime cost, if I add the factory overheads total, I'll get works cost. To that works cost, if I add admin overheads, ADM means admin overheads, OH, I'll get cost of production. To the cost of production, if I add selling and distribution overheads, I get total cost. So I am taking the example. I am taking example of L&T. This is L&T wire. It is producing wire. Engineering tools. It is producing cement. Used to produce cement. Right now, they have eliminated cement. Right? They have sold their company to Aditya Birla. That is Ultratech. Okay. Rishikesh, I'll come to now. See, I will come to that point, my dear. That is Mansoor, Rishikesh, everyone. To explain that only, I am taking the example of LAD. Now, see, if I say I have to purchase material for all the this thing, so I purchased 20 crores ka copper. So it is a metal for which product? Mansoor, it is a Shishupal, it is a metal for which product? Wire. Very good. Right. Purchase iron and steel. Purchase lots of tons of iron and steel for 30 crores. Engineering tools. Purchase limestone. Purchase limestone. Cement. So did you face any problem in distributing the expense or locating the expense or allocating the expense? Because they are traceable. Because they are traceable. So direct expense, direct material is gone. Okay. So 20 crores. I am taking an example. Huh? I'm taking example, why copper for copper 20 crores, for engineering tools, iron and steel 40 crores, and for limestone it is 30 crores. I've just taken an example, right? Is it okay? 20 crores, 40 crores and 30 crores. So direct material is done. Now, will you face the problem to charge wages? Because you know in the factory, these workers are working for where these workers are working because it is there in the register. Will you face any problem in getting the direct labor for each product? Yes, Rishikesh? No. So I get direct labor again, the traceable, because I know these workers, when they come in the morning, they put their biometrics thumb over there and then get into the department. So that department is for wire. This department is for, right? So direct labor. So I don't have any problem in distributing the direct labor because I know which workers are working for which product. So for totaling that, I will get 20 crores of direct labor. Suppose engineering tools we require skilled labor. That's the reason I'm taking 40 crores and unskilled, totally unskilled. So in cement, in electric wire, I'm taking 20 crores. It's for engineering tools, skilled labor, so 40 crores, and cement may unskilled labor 10 crores. Okay, so that is okay. Now, after that, direct expense. Now, to the cement, if it is exposed to the atmosphere, if you keep that cement open, what will happen? It will become hard. It will become a rock. So it should not happen very fast. It will, when you open it and keep it open only, it will become hard. It will become just like a rock, right? So that should not happen. For that, they put some chemical. Sandeep, that should not happen if suddenly if you open and after say about 1 hour, 2 hours, it becomes rock. So that is a loss for the company, right? That is a loss for the customer also, because when they open it, they keep it open for 1 hour. So in 1 hour it becomes, it is a waste, right? So that should not happen. For that they put a chemical. So that is a traceable expense. Where that expense is distributed in wire and electric engineering tools. Where that expense is distributed in wires and engineering tools. It belongs to which product? It belongs to cement. So that is a direct expense. Suppose that is 10 lakhs, 10 crores. Okay. Acha. For engineering tools, I require grease for fitting that, grease and all that. You know, various kinds of various kinds of nuts, bolt I have to prepare. So in that I have to use grease. So grease, you know, that black color grease starts. Okay. So when you tight the nut. So lubricant, you can say lubricant. Thank you, Rishikesh, for giving that exact word. Lubricant. So lubricant is an expense for which product? Cement, wire or engineering tools? Rishikesh. It is for engineering tools. So I am taking 10 crores that also. Now for wire, copper, I cannot sell the copper wire. I have to coat it with a bad conductor insulation. For that I purchase different material. It is just like plastic, but not plastic, but plastic plus rubber mix, right? What is that material called? IPD, POE. Okay. Thank you very much for that PVC or whatever. So for that I spend. So it is an expense for which product? Rishikesh, it is an expense for which product? It is for wire. So 10. So did I face any problem? Did I face any problem getting these expenses? These three expenses, because they are traceable. If they are traceable, it is easily charged to the product. Direct material, direct labor, direct expense. So the total is 20, 20, 10, 50 crores, 40, 40, and 10, 90 crores, and this is 50 crores. I'm just taking an example here. Okay, now we are dealing with common expense, joint expense. There are many expenses, right? So in order to, since they are producing this product under one roof, so there are expenses. So to tackle this problem, the cost accounting chief, what he did, you know, he decided to classify the expense on the basis of function. On the basis of function. On the basis of function. Departments. Function means department. So the whole organization is divided into departments, which is called as cost center. Now after this, in order to calculate the total cost of each product, I need to do allocation, I need to do apportionment, then at the last I have to do absorption. So for electric wire, engineering tools and cement, there are certain expenses which are taken, which are carried away in that factory premises, in that whole factory building of the L&T. Right. So for that purpose, the best way of classification, the best of classification of the expense is on the basis of function. To this situation, see, cost accounting is a non-statutory account. You can follow any method. whichever is best suitable for your company as well as product, depending upon the nature of the product and volume of product. Okay, so accordingly, the cost manager of the company, the costing chief. So I have taken for L&T, I have taken three of the L&T, I have taken three materials. So this L&T may, what I will do after getting this prime cost. After getting this prime cost, now I have to add factory overheads, I have to add admin overheads, I have to add selling and distribution overheads. So how to take that? Because they are not traceable, they are not controllable, they are uncontrollable expense, they are period expense, they are not product expense, they are period expense. So the expense which are on timely basis cannot be allocated, means cannot be charged to individual product. So for that purpose, what I did for NT, the best classification according to me, right, is the on the basis of function, on the basis of function. So what I did, I divided the whole organization different cost centers: factory, admin department, factory department, and selling and distribution department, or sales service department, or service department. Factory department, admin department, selling and distribution department, and service department. Okay, Shweta. So I divided the whole process into different cost centers. What is cost centers? It is a group of people or a group of machine where we are going to incur certain operation, where we are going to incur certain expenses, in order to get the goods produced. Right. So we are cost centers. In our language we call it as admin, HR, and service. Yes, my dear Rishikesh. In one SGM, what do you mean by SGM, my dear? Don't write short forms because I don't know much short forms. Super gross margin. Yeah, in super gross margin, you don't take selling and distribution expense. Okay. Fine. So what I was saying, I divided the whole expenses on the basis of department. Department is called cost center. Yes, my dear Sarang. Any department can be called as cost center because they are the center where you are going to incur expenses. Whether it is an admin department, Sarang, or it is a service department, or it is a selling and distribution department, or factory department. Understood this, Sarang? Is that clear? Yes, my dear. Okay, fine. So what I said, according to this situation, as per the situation, I classified the expense on the basis of various functions. So factory overheads, admin overheads, selling overheads, and service department expense. Admin, factory, selling, and service department. Okay. So now, in this process, now I have to do allocation, apportionment, then lastly the absorption. By doing this three process, I'll come to the cost of the product. Okay. Now, how to do? Now, I will give you an example. In that, you will understood what we are doing. Okay, if I say factory manager salary, in which department you will write or which cost center you will write? Sarang, factory manager salary. Hey Rishikesh, my dear. Shweta, from my side, I don't think so any problem is there. Let me check because here we continuously see that. Is anyone facing any problem? Is anyone facing any problem? The video? No. Shweta, please log out and log in again. Shweta, log out and log in again. Kaushiki, how are you? I still remember your smiling face, you know. I always remember you. Kaushiki comes smiling face. Yeah, there's no problem. Shweta, please log in. Sorry, log out and log in again. Okay. So now, when I'm saying I have divided the whole organization into different cost centers, factory overhead on the basis of function. Function means factory overhead function, admin overhead function department, selling overhead function, and service department function. Okay. So if I say factory manager salary, where you will write? Snail. You are absolutely right. Snail. Where you will write? Factory overheads, factory, which department? Means factory, admin, selling, or service? Production department means factory department. Very good. Right. Okay. So, what I said, factory manager salary, it will come in factory overheads. Kaushik, I don't see the page number, my dear. This is an example I've explained in the PCP also, my dear. So just listen to that. It is revision for you because you've already done this. Okay. So factory overheads, where it will come? Snail is saying it is 36, 37. Kaushik, for you, Snail has given the page number 36, 37. Factory overheads, admin overheads, factory overheads, admin overheads, selling and distribution overheads, and what you say, department. Okay. Depreciation of machinery. Where you will write? Depreciation of machinery. There are four headings, right? Each heading you will write depreciation of machinery. Factory. Finance. Factory heads, na Rishikesh. Where I will write finance? There is no department called finance. Factory, right? Acha, salesman salary. Salesman salary. Salesman salary. Selling and distribution department. Very good. If I say staff salary. Staff salary. Where you will write? Office, admin overheads. Very good. Staff salary is admin, right? Okay. If I say electricity charges, no, sorry, not electricity. If I say advertisement, where you will write? Advertisement. Sales and selling and distribution. Delivery van expense. Delivery van expense. Selling and distribution. Delivery van expense and distribution. Repairs of delivery van. Selling and distribution. Okay. Power and fuel. Power and fuel. Where you will write? Power and fuel. Factory. Audit fees. Audit fees. Power and fuel going Deepak, it will come in factory. Audit fees. Admin overheads. Very good. Legal charges. Legal charges. Admin overheads. So what you are doing here? You are allocating. What you have done here? What you have done here? Allocating the expense. I told you after this prime cost, we need to do allocation, apportionment, and absorption. Okay. So apportionment, allocation is done. Factory का factory में admin में service का service में salary of the service man, service department, expenses of the service department to service department. Understood? So this way you allocated the expenses. Now there are common expenses. For example, the depreciation of the whole building. Shailesh, depreciation of the whole building where you are operating. All the departments are there. It is not factory. Sanketa, just join, no problem. Whatever you have missed, you will get covered that. Cover that. Just start on. We are in. I am showing how to calculate the cost of production. If I am talking about a company where different products are produced, till prime cost there is no problem. Direct material, direct labor, direct expense. Then till here there is no problem at all. Problem arises when you are distributing the common expenses or timely based expenses. Okay, for that purpose, there is some proportion. So, the factory building, the depreciation of the whole factory building, it need to be apportionment. So, for apportionment, there should be some ratio. So, company takes the ratio. For depreciation of building, floor area ratio. Which department is having how much area? Floor area ratio. Electricity charges on the basis of number of points of the electric or on the basis of floor area. Cleaning charges of the whole factory building, housekeeping charges of the whole factory building, again floor area, right? Electricity charges, floor area. Insurance of the factory building, again floor area. Understood? Again floor area. So there are some expense which can get distributed among floor area. Achha, canteen expense of the company, it will be distributed among the number of workers working in different department. Yes or no? Understood? Number of workers. Welfare expense, again need to be apportioned on the basis of number of workers working in the department. Okay, welfare expense, service expense to the facility expense for the staff. So it is again number of workers, number of staff, number of people working. So there are certain expenses which are common. There are certain expenses, Sanjeevani, which are common and they need to be apportioned among all the department. Factory may be, admin may be, selling overhead may be, or service department may be. So I did allocation, I did apportionment. Yes, after doing allocation and apportionment of various expenses on the apportionment on the basis of floor area, number of points, electrical points, number of workers, there are many other ratios maybe, okay, depending upon the nature of the expense. Okay, on that basis, I have done allocation also. Allocation don't require any ratio because I know it is a factory expense, it is an admin expense, it is a thing. So allocation is done, apportionment is done. So after allocation and apportionment, I got a total of 4 different cost center. I got the total cost of 4 different cost center: factory, admin, selling, and service department. Right? So whatever total it is, forget that thing. But I got 4. But in this pro forma, did I write 4? I have written only 3: factory overheads, admin overheads, and selling and distribution overheads. Sanjeevani, did I wrote any 4th category in this cost structure? See, till prime cost it is over. After that prime cost you add factory overheads, admin overheads, and then selling and distribution overheads. Okay. Yeah, Vidula. Apportion means the पूरे डिपार्टमेंट फुल फैक्ट्री का या फुल कंपनी के बिल्डिंग का हाउसकीपिंग चार्जेस विद हाउसकीपिंग चार्जेस. So it has to be borne by all the department on the basis of floor area. Okay. Then on the basis of floor area. Okay. Then in Vidula, if I'm talking about the security charges of the whole premises, security charges, again it need to be distributed among all departments. Yes. Then if I say electricity charges, it will be apportioned again on the basis of the number of points, electrical points in each department, or on the basis of the floor area. Higher the area, higher will be electricity consumption. Lower area, in that way. Okay, because the apportion ratio are created by me only. It is not given by any law. It is created by me. The which is best suitable for me, I'll use that. Okay. So on that basis, I have done allocation, I have done apportionment. So I got, suppose I got factory overheads ka total, I got admin overheads ka total, I got selling and distribution overheads ka total, and I got service. Yes, Snail, apportionment ratio differs from company to company, depends on companies. It depends from company to company. Right, apportionment ratio. See, I may be distributing electricity charges on the basis of floor area. There are people who are distributing electricity charges on the electrical point, or they might have might have put electric, what do you say, meter in each department, so that it become easier for them to, bifurcate. It may be anything. Okay, some of the yes, Sarang, I'll come to that point. Why service department is excluded? Definitely, yes, that is a very important point, my Sarang. I'll come to that point. But someone is asking me, sir, how does the apportionment take place? Snail, you got my point, beta? Snail, apportionment ratio differ from company to company. Acha, in some of the company, they put meter. So for it become very easy for them, take the meter reading and divide the expense. Okay. In some of the company, they distribute on the basis of electrical points in each department. If there are 3 points, it will be allocated on the basis of 3 points. If there are 6 points, it will be allocated on the basis of, right, electricity. But power is used in machinery. Machinery is used in factory. So that power will be directly charged to Snail. Power is different. 440 वोल्ट 550 वोल्ट का हमारे ऑफिस के अंदर होता है, लेकिन फैक्ट्री के अंदर, in factory we don't use 440 volt or 550 volt. We use 10,000 volt to run the machinery. Snail, you got my point? If you put that machinery ka plug to 550 volt, there will be Diwali at any moment. Yes, Sanjeevni, absolutely right, beta. Okay, so what I did, I distributed, I allocated, I apportioned. Now, in apportion, I got 4 headings, 1, 2, 3, 4, which are the factory, admin, selling, and service. But in my cost sheet, I have not taken service. Sir, did you made a mistake or you forgot? What do you think? I forgot. Yeah? No. There is something to explain. Sanjeevani, electricity charges, not only admin, my dear, electricity is used in factory office also. There is selling and distribution office also. There is a service department office also. The electricity is used everywhere, right? Sanjeevani, electricity is used everywhere. So you need to apportion. Okay, मेरा बच्चा, क्या बात है संजीवनी, आज तो तू नाश्ता करके आई है? Yeah? Okay. Now, we need to apportion. We need to apportion on the basis of floor area or electrical point or electrical meter. Sanjeevani, definitely yes, beta. Okay, Rishikesh, what is profit making, my dear? I didn't get your question. Related to operation, is it right? What? I didn't get. Rishikesh, you have asked some question I didn't get. Hi, Swati, how are you, my bacha? No problem, Swati. Just join. That is more important that you have come. Okay. Rishikesh, I'm not getting the question. You can frame that question again, once again, if you don't mind. Okay. Rishikesh is saying that service is a separate operation. Definitely, yes, it is a separate operation, Rishikesh. Because if you purchase a car, and the car is after 1000 kilometers, they will tell you to come for service. Shruti, we are into the first chapter, the last part. We are into the last part now. Okay. So, what service department? So we give the car to service. So that is a different expense. Production cost is different. Service department service expense is different. Now, since in the cost sheet, Rishikesh, I have not taken service department. It doesn't mean that I have not included that service expense in this cost. I have to include service expense, Rishikesh, in the cost. I have to include. So for that purpose, first, after allocation and apportionment, I got 4 total: factory overheads, admin overheads, selling and distribution overheads, and service. Now this service department expense, I need to allocate among this 3 department. First, this service expense को हमको तीनों department में बांटना है. So there are methods for this. One, the very first method, which many of the cost accounting chief not equally with, it depends. It depends. You can distribute it equally also. Depends, Vidula. Now see, now the service is given where? Tell me, Vidula. Service is given where, Rishikesh? You give service where? In admin, in selling and distribution department, or in factory? Yes, Vidula. Selling. Vidula, selling and distribution department will never give service to you after once the goods are sold to you. They are into selling, but marketing, and not into giving service, my dear. This is very important. Have you seen that the Toyota showroom? Have you went to the Toyota showroom and the talking about your car cost and this model? Will he come and give you service in giving the service during the maintenance? Yes, we do. Right? Okay. So सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट, कोई कंपनी में सेल्स एंड सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट एक साथ होते हैं. There might be a possibility that all service department expense will charge to. Okay, Sanjini is having a service department. Very good. Okay, so according to that, thinking sometime. Yes, Deepak, I'm not talking about adding the cost. अब सुनो तो सही, वही तो ऐड तो करना ही है, my dear. Deepak, सर्विस कॉस्ट वारंटी दिया तो कॉस्ट तो ऐड करना ही है. My dear, this is a very khatarnak question Rajeshri asked me. Rajeshri, this is a very khatarnak question you asked me. That which subject? Yeah, Rajeshri, but which subject? It is costing, my dear. Last lecture you didn't attend it or what? Okay. Rubel asked, sir, service the spend on cultural activity or fun activity that a company does annually will be under service or split in each of the department. My dear, this is the question which Rubel has asked me. What is your answer? All my batch people answer. It need to be split or should be charged to selling distribution department. Moini is saying it is selling. Snehal is saying it is admin. Deepak is saying it need to be split. My dear, that department, whatever fund activity is done for Rubal. It is done for the whole company or it is only for the particular department? That question I should ask first to you. Then I'll give my answer to you. Rubal, tell me. Entire company. See, you only gave the answer. It is an entire company's expense, right? For the entire company fun and entertainment. So it need to split, right? Very good, Rubal. You only give the answer, my dear. So it need to be split. It need to be, Shailesh, it is not admin, my dear. It is the whole company expense. It need to be split. Factory, ऐसा थोड़ी है factory worker को उधर आना allowed नहीं है. Is it like that, Shailesh? Like that, factory worker will not have to come there, or center distribution team will not have to come there. Is it like that? If it is for customer, it is selling and distribution, Samadhan. But we don't give any, that is a selling and distribution expense. That is a sales tactics. That for customer, like nowadays, if you go to Toyota showroom, there is a Doraemon festival is going on. If you go there, you will get voucher, you'll get SL World Cup, Imagica ka pass free, test drive low, Imagica ka pass low, and various other vouchers you also get, various gift voucher you get. So it is an entertainment for customers. Before that, before the rainy season, so Toyota showroom for the test drive, they give you 1 dozen of mangoes, and they give you, they give various tattoo, क्या बोलते हैं, मेहंदी लगा के देते हैं. I see some tactics. This is a tactics, Madhan. So this is a tactics which is done by selling and distribution team in order to attract the customer. So that is a selling and distribution expense. But my rule has asked me about the entertainment program which carried on for all the factory, all the company members. In that case, it need to be split. And for that, in that case, it need to be split. So if you are splitting, you need to apportion. So apportion on the basis of number of workers or number of employees in each department. What do you say, Ribal? I'm right or wrong? Ribal? Right? Yeah? Thank you. आगे बढ़ते हैं. So now service department, welcome Ribal. Now service department expense. See, service you do in factory premise only. In workshop. Do you give service in showroom? When you sell the car? Do the Toyota people give the service in showroom when they sell the car? Selling car department is different. They have a side, either backside or some other place. Okay, some of the automobile companies have a showroom at one place and service center at one place. So they give service in the. So one method of putting service department expense is to charge the whole service expense to factory. This is one method, Rishikesh. Sanjeevni, in your company, I don't know what you people are doing. Right? Okay. Yes, Sanjeevni is saying that, sir, yes, sir, we add service department and in she says that service separate cost center is a separate cost center. Definitely, service Rishikesh, it is a separate cost center, but service department, there is one method, Rishikesh, one of the method of service department, charge the whole service expense to factory. This is one method. Second method, there is one more method. Now, sir, in Toyota, there are admin, there are selling and distribution team, there are factory overheads, factory department team, and in every department there is a head, and they also use the same car, Toyota car. So for them also, service department gives service. Yes or no, Rishikesh? Keeping in mind that we are giving service to the customer as well as to our own people also, to the company people also. Keeping that in mind, there is one more method they come up with. Maximum portion of the service department is charged to factory, and remaining portion is charged to admin and selling, depending upon the number of time they are giving service to the number of people in each department. Rishikesh, this is one more method. This is one more method. Sanjeevni, this is one more method. There are, see, I told cost accounting is totally a non-statutory account. I am the person to take the decision. Because at the end of the day, L&T people has to get the profit. Either they charge more on this Masood, why it is problematic? This exam is why it is problematic. From this chapter, you'll get, I told you, minimum to minimum, you'll get 16 to 17 mark question, not on numerics, of which I'm explaining right now. I'm taking this example only to explain the whole chapter, means the first B, C. Understood, Mansoor? So it's not problematic, my dear. Why it is problematic? Mansoor, टेंशन मत लो. Sums, इस चैप्टर में से sums कौन से आएंगे वो तुम लोग. I have done V lecture, 45 minutes का V lecture separately. What kind of sums from first chapter, second chapter and third chapter will come? That all type of sums I have solved for you. Okay, but this I am giving this example from a point of view that I should explain you the concept, not the real. See, in reality, if you go to various company, you may see this or you may not see this. Totally, they might follow some different process. Because costing methods keeps on changing. They are modifying day by day. They are modifying day by day. We are into part 1B ka last part. Yes, Vidula. If the base is clear, sums will be also clear. Okay, fine. So what I was saying, that first method is charge the whole service department expense to factory. Second, charge the majority part to the factory and remain to other department. Third, trial and error basis, sometime to selling and distribution, sometime to whatever, trial and error basis. If you want to see the distribution of selling and distribution in numeric, I will give you a textbook, means go to TY BCom ka costing textbook, see the costing ka textbook. There they have sums of distributing the service department expense on various methods. Simultaneous equation method, trial and error method, and full to factory, and some portion to factory, and then remaining portion to other department. You'll get the example of allocation, you'll get the example of apportionment, and you'll get an example of dividing service department expense, and then that total expense is charged to the product. Still, in your textbook, it might not be so clear. It might not be so clear. Okay. Snail is saying that in page number 49, we have given the example. Very good, Snail. I'm very happy that you people are very much, focused on your target. It is definition, right? Definition only. So what I was saying, I will suggest, if you actually want to experience the distribution pattern, you can see the textbook of costing. Ask anyone, TY BCom student, costing textbook of Ellen Chobde, state publication. You can see in that chapter material labor costing. In that they have given this example. Only for your reference, my dear. There is no going to be asked from this, but this is just to make you understand how the expenses are divided. Okay? If you want to really know, Sanjeevani is very much interested in knowing this. So Sanjeevani, for you, I will let you that you please go and see the textbook. You will be able to understand what exactly I was explaining to you. Okay, fine. Fine, great. If I get from the, I will put a photograph and put it in the in your group. My Rishikesh company's cost sheet may be differ. If I am explaining in one way and another company may be following another way, that the cost sheet which you are following, Rishikesh, may not be following my method or the method which I am explaining right now. It depends, right? So I will not suggest you to go to company's cost sheet. Okay? If you want to go to a company's cost sheet, go to L&T ka company ka cost sheet. True. So Rishikesh, it is my personal request or suggestion that don't go to the original cost sheet. Take it as an example from the textbook. Because I told you it's a non-statutory account. Whatever I am saying, it may not be reflecting in that company. Then you will be in a trouble that actually sir was explaining this way, but it is actually happening this way. It may change because there is no hard and fast rule, my dear Rishikesh. Okay, because costing is a non-statutory account. So they keep on modifying. That's great, Sanjeevani. Okay. Sanjini, you are already from commerce background, right? You have, I think, you've done costing, means cost accounting, right? You have done ICW, something like that? Oh, that's great. But have you done anything in costing course, costing related course? Okay, fine. You are doing, Sanjeev is doing CA, okay. You are doing CA means cost accounting or chartered accounting? Okay, chartered accounting. Great, Sanjeevani. All the best, my dear. God bless you. Okay, chalo. Now, after I have four methods to distribute the service department, either charge to full factory, right? Second is some major portion to factory and remaining portion to admin and selling department. Then third one is trial and error basis. Trial and error basis, one time you charge to selling, another time you charge. Why these people are not taking so much tension about distributing this? Because L&T people, L&T company is not meant for electric wire. Do you have any shares of L&T company of electric wire? Do you have any shares of engineering tools of L&T company? Sanjeev? Yes, Rishikesh, do you have that? You get, no, you get shares of L&T. So L&T at the end of the year, at the end of the day, what they see the total profit of the company. So if you charge more expense on one product and other expense is less, it will be charged less. But at the end of the day, what happened? Profit will be the same. So keeping that in mind, this costing method is feasible for them. But nowadays, since they have to be very competitive about the price, for that purpose, they need to know the exact price. For that, they want accuracy. So they are developing the costing method day by day, so that they get accuracy. Okay, Shikesh. Okay, fine. So after that, what after distributing trial and error based on simultaneous equation method, you distributed the selling expense. So I have taken the first method. From the service department, whole expense is charged to my factory. So now I have three total, which are they? Factory overheads, admin overhead, selling and distribution overheads. Factory, admin, selling. Factory, admin, selling. Because service department expense I have charged to factory, because according to me, it is the best way to charge, because it has to be charged to all the others, right? So it is the best way to charge, according to me, right now. There may be other method also, means the company may not follow this method which I am following. They may follow second method, they may follow third method. Depends. Okay, Vidula. But now in this example, I charge the whole factory to service department to factory overheads. Now I have factory overheads ka total, I have admin overheads ka total, I have selling and distribution overheads ka total. Now this expense need to be charged to all these three products, right? So this expense, these three different expense need to be charged to all these three products. Now, have you seen that ad, Glucon D ka ad? The boy is running, there is a straw, the sun is, taking his energy from that straw. Have you seen that, Vidula? Have you seen that? The sun has a straw, so the children which are playing in the ground, so the sun is, absorbing the energy of the boys who are playing in the ground. Glucon. Have you seen that? Similarly, this expense, factory overheads ka total, need to be absorbed by various products. Similarly, these expenses, the total overheads, need to be absorbed by various products. That is the last part of your first chapter, first C1. Okay, these expenses need to be absorbed. So that is called absorption of the overheads. So now, सबसे पहले factory overheads. Now factory overheads total है, तीनों product को बांटना है. So what I will do? I have different methods which is created, which is suggested by various cost accounting chief. Okay, like one day Sanjeevani will also will be in a position to tell us, yes sir, this is the way, one way. I have introduced. Sanjeev, definitely you are doing chartered accounting, but not cost accounting, but still I can see your future. I can see that you are suggesting people of the company that follow this method, this will give you accurate. Okay. I can see your future right now. Touch wood. Whatever I am saying today, it may happen, in future for you. God bless you, मेरे बच्चा. Okay, fine. आगे बढ़ते हैं. So what I was saying, factory overheads को बांटने के लिए first method है distribute the factory overheads on the basis of unit produced, number of units produced. Now in this, the units are electric wire 300 meters, 3 lakh meters I produce, 3 lakh meters. Engineering tools I produce only one, and cement I produce in tons. Can I distribute factory overheads on the basis of unit produced in this situation, Vidula? In this situation, can I do that? Shweta, where are you, beta? Shweta, Sarang, Manish, Sigmund, Yashish, Kiran, Venugopal, Sandeep, Anshu, Lalit, everyone. Can I do that? No. Okay. But if I'm talking about Pepsi, Sprite, and Slice, can I do that? Can I distribute the expense on the basis of unit use? Why? Why it is like that? There are 3 different products, because the unit of production of for all the products, though I am producing different, but for the unit of production for all products is the same. Yes or no, Nitin? It is in liters. Yes. So in that case, I can do. If I'm producing haldi ka powder, mirchi ka powder, and chane ka atta, whatever it is, right? Can I distribute this expense on the basis of unit produce? Uniform product, yes. So I can distribute. But here in this, that is the reason I have taken 3 different examples, so that this point should be explained to you. Ruben. So Shweta, what I was saying, that can I distribute factory overheads on the basis of unit produced by me? Electric wire, I produce 3 lakh meters. Engineering tools, I produce only one. And cement, I produce in tons. Can I distribute the factory overheads on the basis of unit produced? That is one of the method. No, very good. Second is distribute the expense, factory overhead expense on the basis of sales amount. Now 3 lakh meter by selling 3 lakh meter of wire, I'll get only 100 crores. Suppose example. I'll get only 100 crores. By selling one engineering tools, I am getting 600 crores. Acha. By selling thousands of tons of cement, I'm getting 200 crores. So is it a right decision for me to go with the sales amount ka ratio? Shweta, in this example? No, my dear Mansoor, I have to calculate, I have to distribute amount of on the basis of amount of goods sold, sales amount. Mansoor, okay. Is it feasible to distribute that in this way? Very good, Razi. You are saying no. Thank you very much, Mansoor. Preta, everyone. Thank you. So, next method is distribute the factory overheads. Factory overheads on the basis of ratio of wages amount. Now, this sound something good in my ear. Yes, sir. Yes, Vidula. ये कुछ लग रहा है फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड्स वर्कर्स के वेजेस के रेशियो में ये कुछ साउंड लग रहा दिस कैन कम it is not accurate. I repeat, it is not accurate, but still in this situation this sound something fair, you know. Yes, Vidula, thank you for giving that, you know, word fair distribution. Yes. Achha. Another method is distribute on the basis of prime cost, means manufacturing cost, the prime cost, manufacturing cost on the basis of the prime cost, direct material, direct labor, and direct expense. This again giving me more accuracy. Material, labor, direct expense फैक्टर होता है, तो उनका टोटल जो खर्च हुआ उसके बेसिस पे फैक्टर्स को बांटना और एक्यूरेट लग रहा है मुझे इस सिचुएशन में. वेजेस लगा राइट, लेकिन उससे ज्यादा एक्यूरेट मुझे क्या लगा? I am finding it. I can distribute. Now I have two methods to decide. Either on the basis of wages or on the basis of prime cost. Most suitable Rishikesh in this situation, which you and me feel. I feel like that. You also, there are many people who are saying, sir, yes, prime cost I think is the most suitable basis. So I will distribute the factory overheads on the ratio of 50:100. But the 5:9:5. Got my point? Rishikesh. So I have distributed the factory expense. So मैं उसको distribute करता हूँ. It is 5 crores, 9 crores, 5 crores. So total आ गया 55 crores, 99 crores and 60 crores. Sorry, 55 crores. Okay, I have an example. 5, 9. Okay, that is irrelevant. Prime cost gives accurate bifurcation. Not accurate with I didn't use the word accurate. It is near to accuracy. Accurate तो कोई भी method नहीं देता. Unless and until you are dealing with same uniform quantity ka units ka goods. Here in this example, there is no question of accuracy. It is near to accuracy. I repeat, it is near. Don't blame me, sir. You have told like that. I told my company to follow this, and they shouted at me. Vidula, you should not come with that statement to me in future. Please see to that. I didn't say it is accurate, my dear. Vidula, yes. Did I say any moment of time it is accurate? Did I say no? So please don't make my statement wrong. Take that statement in an accurate way. Okay. Thank you very much, Sandeep sir. God bless you. Okay, fine. So now I am into works cost. I got works cost 55 lakhs, 99 lakhs, and 55 lakhs. Okay. Now admin overheads. Again for admin overheads, I need, see, admin overheads is fully on time basis. It is not on production basis. But still, some of the distribute admin overheads on the basis of the production ratio. In this situation, is it the best method to distribute the admin overheads in production ratio? In this situation, no. Second, in the amount of sales. In the amount of sales, the sales figure. Again, no. Third method, distribute the admin overheads on the basis of work cost. The total factory cost from direct material to the factory cost, factory overheads. Whatever you got, that is the works cost. That is 55, 99 and 55. Now, again, Vidula, this is sounding fair to me. What do you say? What do you say, Vidula? Yes? Again, I can't distribute, in this situation, I can't distribute it on production ratio. I can't distribute in sales ratio. But if it is the case of Pepsi, Sprite and Leher, definitely yes. Because the liter price, the amount of the, it is sold is the same in the market. It is quantity, the measuring quantity is same. So in that case, I would have distributed that in sales ka figure or production ratio. Actually, admin overhead cannot be distributed in production ratio, but there should be some calculation techniques which need to distribute. So people distribute in production ratio or sales ka figure, right? Or if nothing is working for them, the only thing which is working for them is works cost ratio. So what do you suggest? Sales ratio, production ratio, or works cost ratio? My dear Vidula, works cost ratio. सही है विद्ला, क्या बात है? Very good, very good. So again, in works cost, मेरे पास admin overheads मैंने बांट दिया, जो भी admin overheads था, मैंने बांट दिया 10 crores, 18 crores and 10 crores. So that becomes 65 crores, 107 and again 65. So this is my cost of production. I got 65 crores because मैंने बांट दिया admin को. मेरे पास admin का total था, वो मैंने बांट दिया, ठीक है? 18, 10, 18 and 10 on the basis of works cost. Rishikesh, I'm just giving an example. Not the values are accurate वो छोड़ो, लेकिन कैसे distribute होता है. It's just an example to understand, make you understand the concept, how the process goes. Right? You may find this product in the very next company you're following. You may not follow this method in the company. Depends. It depends on the cost accounting chief. If that cost accounting chief is my student, definitely he might follow this method. Hi, Namrata. Okay. If he's not my student, he learned from some other, cost accounting chief, experienced practically. He might not be following that method. Depends, Rishikesh. right? Depends on the situation, not only professor. It depends on the situation. The situation you are taking care of. So according to you, which is the best method for that situation, you will take the decision on that basis. Because cost accounting, there is no legal law. It is fully on your knowledge, experience, and practices. Is that clear? Shweta, admin expense need to be distributed on the basis of works cost. Works cost, because I can't distribute in production cost ratio, I can't distribute in sales ratio. The only thing which is sounding fair to me was on the basis of works cost. Where you got works cost after adding factory overheads, whatever cost you got, that is the works cost. 55 is to 99 is to 55. Then the last one is selling and distribution. Selling and distribution, सबसे पहले selling and distribution sales ratio. In this example, sales ratio is not working for me. Second, production ratio. Again, in this example, production ratio is also not working for me. The third one, which is suitable in every case, is the ratio of work cost. Ratio of works cost. That means works cost play an important role in distribution expenses. So works cost में admin expense भी बांटा जाता है और selling distribution expense भी बांटा जाता है. Right? Understood? Clear? In some time, some of the in work cost or in selling and distribution, there are some expense which is fixed, there are some expense which is variable. Fixed expense are taken on the basis of time, and variable expense on the basis of sales. Again, in this function, I can't take it on the sales, so whatever. So it depends on company to company how they follow. But I've just taken an example to make you understand the concept, not into deep. There are many other things also. I think it is clear to everyone, right? Selling and distribution, sales ratio. But in this example, it is not possible. Production ratio, in this example, is not possible. So the last ratio which is remaining, the last method, works cost ratio. So I will distribute my expense into works cost ratio. This is how I finished my work. I finished my work 8, and 9. So finally I got 73 crores for wire, 116 crores for engineering tools, and cement 73 crores. So I end up with this total 78, 116, 78. This is how hello, is anyone is raising? Shweta, show there is nothing to see in that. I have just taken an example of values, but that's all. बाकी कुछ नहीं, values को इतना importance मत दो. 73, 116 and 73. Okay, fine. Now what I was saying, here I finished your first chapter. Now after doing this example, everyone said, yes sir, you are right, you are right. Okay, it is clear now, it is clear now. Yes sir, absolutely right. Right? But I know, and you also know that the allocation which we have done is not accurate. We have done the allocation. We have somehow done the allocation, but that is not accurate. Vidula, from the starting, I was saying that I am not accurate. It is near to accuracy. Yes. Now, what is the problem in this? Now, engineering tools is a job costing, right? It is a job costing. So what happens? You got the order, and after getting the order, you started engineering tools, manufacturing. So you didn't take any service from selling and distribution department, Vidula. You didn't take any service and distribution department ka service. But say you have distributed service, selling and distribution department to all. Got my point? Yes, Vidula? Yeah. Now service department team does not give any service to wire and cement. वायर एक बार लग जाता है, उसके बाद सर्विस डिपार्टमेंट टीम उनको क्या देगी? सर्विस देगी क्या कुछ? Vidula, this is an example. That is the reason I have taken this example deliberately, purposely. Okay, Vidula. But service department expense is charged to factory. Okay, Vidula, and that factory expense is absorbed by all the product. Actually speaking, service department total whole service expense should be charged to one product, engineering tools, because engineering tools you keep on giving service. Yes or no? Yes, Vidula? Am I right or wrong? Yes? Acha. Now, you have distributed factory ka depreciation, factory premises ka cleaning charges, but engineering tools are not means they are not manufactured at factory premises. They are assembled, and they are the people are working there in the, at the site where they need that engineering tools. But still you have charged all factory expenses to engineering tools, all admin expense to engineering tools. Only admin expense is charged to engineering because admin people are following up the party who have ordered this. They are continuously in touch with. So admin department maximum service is given to engineering tools, yes. But still, I have distributed all expenses. So what is happening? Some of the product are overpriced and some of the product are underpriced. But at the end of the day, when I see the profit of the L&T company, it is the same. Yeah, Vidula, you understood what I'm trying to tell you, mera bachcha? Yes, Rishikesh, Sanjeevani, Namrata, everyone, are you getting me? So there is a problem. I have done. You have accepted also. Yes, sir, you are right. You are right. You are right. You are right. Because at this situation, I find it. But at the end, at the back of my mind, it is going around something. Yes, my dear Rishikesh, we have considered all the cost in order to get approximate cost per unit. It is not accurate. And in this today's present world, we need accurate cost so that we should give a competitive price to our product. Yes, no. So that is the reason this method today is not. It is not so. What to say? क्या बोलते हैं उसको हम लोग? Is not good for the relevant. Actually, thank you, Sandeep sir, for giving that. Preferred means according to the situation, according to the competition. No, I can't say not in practice, my dear. But I myself think that this is not preferable. This is not preferable. What do you say? Yes or no? I'm not saying it is not practice. I'm not saying it is not practice, my dear. I'm not saying that. But it is not compatible, yes. It is not accurate. It is unsatisfactory. Vidula, you are absolutely right, Better. Yes. So there are lots of problems. But I have done my job. After doing this job, there is something which is running in my subconscious mind. Yeah, something तो कुछ तो missing है, कुछ तो बात है वो ना CI, कुछ तो बात है ना. Understood? So this problem is overcome by another method called ABC costing method, which is your third method. I'll come back to you in a couple of minutes. Take a break of a couple of minutes because I think you also need a break because 1.5 hours you are sitting continuously with me. To take a break, couple of minutes, I'll come back to that. Okay? When you started facing problem, when you started charging the expense on which are on time basis, whenever you are dealing with timely based expense or fixed expense, that create problems. Means that is a problematic area of costing department because they need to have accurate distribution ratio for the expense because variable expense, traceable expense can be directly returned. That is the reason till prime cost I didn't have any problem. But as soon as I start with different department, there are certain expenses which are on timely basis. So to distribute time expense, fixed expense, timely based expense or period cost or non-traceable expense. अलग-अलग नाम है, non-traceable expense, period cost, fixed expense. Right? So fixed expense. So for variable expense, Sanjay, there is no problem. Variable expense are distributed on the ratio. It is not, distributing variable expense is not a problem. But distributing fixed expense when you are dealing with timely basis salary, admin salary, staff salary, debt salary. So there we face problem. So this, according to the cost accounting people, they don't face any problem for distributing the variable expense. Variable expense depends on production. Production increases, expense increases. Production decreases, expense decreases. But when they are dealing with common expenses, that is a time where they have to do an extraordinary job. So in order to remove this hurdle, there is a method which is introduced by cost accounting people is ABC method costing, activity-based costing, activity-based costing. So according to this method, there is no such expense called fixed expense. Every expense is variable. See, expense which can be distributed in certain units, they are variable, right? If the expense which cannot be distributed in certain variable units, it is fixed expense. So right. So according to this method, there is no such expense called fixed expense. All expenses are variable. So how this method is followed. I'll give an example which I have given in PCA also. Suppose me, Vidula, Sanjeevani, and Rishikesh, we all four went for a dinner. Vidula chalega na? Okay. Yeah. Wow. ठीक है. Thank you, Vidula. So Rishikesh, me, Vidula, and Sanjeevani. Okay. All of us went for a dinner. Okay. In dinner, everyone order. मतलब वेज. अभी श्रावण महीना तो सब लोग ने वेज ऑर्डर किया, नहीं ना? अच्छा, सब लोग ने डिनर में वो ना जूस मंगाया, जूस, ठंडा जूस, मींस मॉकटेल और cocktail, mocktails, all fruit juice, okay, mixture of fruit juice, okay. So I don't like that because I don't eat, drink thanda, because if I take thanda na, the next day my lectures are down, so that mocktails are very costly, एक glass 500 रुपए का. तीनों सब लोग ने mocktails मंगाया, वो भी दो अलग टाइप के, ठीक है. तो हम लोग ने खाना मंगाया, खाना खाया, सब लोग ने शेयर किया, सब लोग ने खाया. स्वाति, very good. So you remember that. Okay. So what happened? We went for a dinner. All of us four went for a dinner. Abhi Shravan Mehina, so there is no non-veg. I think Vidula is not having non-veg. Sanjini also not like. Sanjini? Do you eat non-veg? No, right? Shravan चालू है. Yes, Sanjeevani. Shravan चालू है. Very good. So Shravan non-veg नहीं खाया. सब लोग ने veg मंगाया, पनीर टिक्का, वो ये सब मंगाया. और इन लोग साथ में बाकी लोगों ने क्या मंगाया? मॉकटेल्स, वो भी दो तीन, ठीक है. तो हम लोगों ने पिया, 4,000 रुपए का बिल हो गया. अच्छा, उस 4,000 में 1,500 जो बिल हुआ वो मॉकटेल्स का था. किसका था? मॉकटेल. नाउ टोटल एक्सपेंस इज 4,000. So according to traditional costing method, divided among 4 people. So 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. So यस विदुला, क्या बात है? ये विदुला यही है एबीसी कॉस्टिंग मेथड जो तुमने आंसर दिया अभी. ओके. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू ट्रेडिशनल कॉस्टिंग मेथड आई डिवाइड इट अमंग ऑल द फूड. डच करते सर, चलो डच करते. यू पीपल आर नॉट अलाउइंग मी टू पे द मनी, बट आई सेड नो, वील डच. ओके. सो डच किया तो सब 1,000 रुपीज है. बट एट एंड ऑफ द डे आई एज अ प्रोडक्ट चार्ज्ड मोर. यस और नो? यस और नो विदुला? सो आई गॉट मोर चार्ज एंड यू ऑल गॉट लेस. बट कॉस्ट 4,000 तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो गया. लेकिन क्या हो गया प्रॉब्लम? आई वॉज चार्ज मोर, दो आई हैव नॉट गॉट द सर्विस. डिड आई गॉट द सर्विस ऑफ मॉकटेल? Did I got the service of mocktail? No. I was charged more. Similarly, in ENT, engineering tools, service department were giving more or less service to EET, but service department is charged to all product. Right? Here also, mocktail service has been taken by 3 of you, but since Dutch system, traditional method, what we did, we distributed among all into 4. So that is a traditional costing method. Now we introducing ABC costing method, activity based costing method. जिसने जो सर्विस लिया उसको वो सर्विस चार्ज करो. So पहले बिल को 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दो, 1,500 and 2,500. 1,500 will be divided among 3 because there are 3 cost drivers. 3, right? हाँ, तुझा तू माझा मी मेथड. यस सिनल, इसका नाम है तुझा तू माझा मी मेथड. वाओ, नाम दिया है. वेरी गुड विदुला. तो 500 तीनों को बढ़ गया. अब बचा 2,500, 2,500, 2,500 डिवाइड अमंग ऑल 4 of us, डिवाइड बाय 4. तो कितना हो गया? 2,500 डिवाइड 4. आई थिंक इट इज 625. Yes, 625. So 625 for me, 625, 625, 625. In this, there is no question of fixed expense. Is there a question of fixed expense? Since expenses are easily divisible, divided, so it is a variable expense. All the expenses are variable. So this is activity-based costing. Tuja tu, maza me. Means if you have taken the service, pay for it. If you are not, don't pay for it. So activity-based costing में till prime cost there is no problem. Till prime cost it is the same. Till prime cost it is the same. After that, divide the whole organization into different cost centers, again different departments. So selling and distribution department, storage department, then what do you say, purchase department, right? So all the expenses are divided into different departments, and we calculate the expense incurred on total department, allocation and apportionment. Now divide the purchase department. Purchase department total expense is say about 50 crores. Divide by purchase department means not the purchase cost, Vidula. The department who are working for getting the purchase. You know, the following up cost, the departmental people who are working, their salary of that people, electricity charges, admin charges, everything. You know, I'm talking about that. I'm not talking about the purchase cost. That is included in direct material, my dear. Okay, so department where people are working, so we are incurring expense on them. So that expense is 50 crores. Divide by the cost drivers. One of the page of your textbook, there is different cost drivers are given to you. That this expense will be divided with this cost driver. So I will divide the purchase department expense with the number of orders. How many times I have ordered? So 50, it is 105. Sandeep, thank you very much. 105, there are different, how the organization is divided, different cost centers, and which are the cost centers and what is the cost drivers for them. That is more important. Vidula, that is very important. I told you page number 105. You have to distribute the whole expense to different departments, which we did in traditional costing also. Here also we are doing, but there we are distributing the expense in some ratio which is not accurate. Here, Vidula, we have purchase department, we have selling department, we have other department. So purchase department total expense is 50 crores. Divide by the number of times it has ordered. Suppose 50 crores divided by 10 times the purchase department has ordered for the quantity. 10 times they have ordered, right? So purchase department is 50 crores divided by 10. 5 crores is the cost of each order. Now, electric wire, for electric wire we have ordered thrice. For cement we have ordered for 4 times. Twice. For electric wire we have ordered for twice. मैंने 2 बार order दिया. उनको 2 बार का charge लगेगा. For cement we have ordered thrice. So उनको 3 बार का charge लगेगा. And remaining 5 times we have ordered for engineering tools. So engineering tools will be bearing more expense than other two. See, in this, the expense, Yudhila, you got my point. So in this way, every department expense is divided by cost drivers. So which are the cost drivers? It is an example given there. Achha, now selling and distribution department. Selling and distribution department will be divided by number of times the goods move out of the factory. Number of times the goods moves out of the factory. Now, engineering tools that does not move out of the factory because they have the engineering tools are constructed there in the site only. Yes or no, Vidula? So they will not face and they will not see. You can say still you can say, sir, one time, because all the assembled, all the various parts we have to take from the factory, right? And then we assemble. Okay, so one time. Also I will take one time. So 20 times there is goods move out of the factory. Out of that one time will be charged to engineering tools, remaining on wire and cement. How many times wire goes out and how many times the cement production goes out. In that way, we are dividing the expense. My dear Snail, the various parts are manufactured here, but assembly is done at the end, inside. So the parts will be going up for one time. Snail. Okay, fine. Mahesh, we are into the 3rd chapter. Actually, I finished the 3rd chapter. In the 3rd chapter, the other things you have to study. You understood the concept? Did you understand the concept? According to this method, there is no such expense, fixed expense. Every expense is variable. The expense which you can distribute among divide it by for getting a per unit cost, that expense is variable. It is not fixed. Okay. For this, what are the steps? What are the steps? First step. First, you have to see the cost because it is very costly. this method, to implement this method, company require huge funds, because for that you require a good IT system, IT backup, information IT, तुम्हारा IT team बहुत strong होना चाहिए, because अगर तुमने ERP system use किया है company में, then this method is easily fine. To install ERP system in your company, it is very costly. So for a small company, it is not feasible, but it is very costly but this is very feasible for those companies where the company is huge and not producing only one product, producing different kinds of product at different quantity. Right? For them, this is feasible. Okay, fine. So first, you have to first see the after effect and before effect. Yeah, Kiran, you have gone live with SAP. That's great. That is a great news, right? So you are enjoying that. So ERP system of your company, if it is not strong, you can't apply this method, because this method, it sounds very easy. Sir, production ka kharcha, iska kharcha, divide cost drivers. To find out cost drivers is more important. So for that, you have to see the after effect cost and before effect cost. What is the cost before and after? Because you have to train your worker. Because one of the worker is working in all the product, for all the product. He's working 2 hours here, 3 hours there, and 4 hours there. Right? So he need to be trained in such a way that he should be told that since labor are not educated fully, they are half educated. Skilled workers, they know their job, what to do. So he need to be registered. Whenever you go to that product, you have to register his name and say that I worked here for 2 hours. I worked here for 4 hours. In such a way, they should be trained. Okay. After that train, what you have to do? You have to first set up your ERP system strongly. Right? Once your ERP system is set up, then after your yes, my dear Deepak, now many people are following ERP only. SAP is one of the part of ERP, is one of the product of ERP only. Right? What is the full form of ERP? What is the full form of ERP? Last time you had this question. Full form of ERP. ERP. Enterprise Resource Planning. Very good. Great. Because FA में था ये question तुमको. Enterprise Resource Planning. Okay, fine. So, what you have to do? First step, see that before effect cost and after effect cost. Right? Yes. Second, see the IT system backup. Strongly your IT system backup, because they are the people who are going to calculate the values, as well as they are the people who will calculate the cost drivers. Right? Then divide the whole after prime cost. This starts after prime cost. Prime cost, traditional costing and ABC costing method are same. So after prime cost, divide the whole expense into different cost centers. Get the total. That became the cost pool. Shweta, we are into the end of the third chapter also. We are into the end of the third chapter. How the steps? No idea, Shweta. This is third chapter I take like that. Third chapter is what? That is the reason I always take continuous from first chapter to third chapter. Because in that chapter, advantages, disadvantages, what are the points which give rise to the use of ABC system, that you have to study from the textbook. That you can study. Right? Divide the whole expense into various cost centers. Divide the whole expense into whole operation into various cost centers, Sandeep sir. Then to each get the total of each cost center, that becomes the cost pool. Now each cost center's expense is divided by their cost drivers. Store expenses, warehouse expense divided by number of items used. So number of items, it is dealing with 20 items, and out of 3 items is used for this product, 4 items is used for that product. So the total warehouse expense is divided by cost drivers called number of items it deals with. Okay, selling distribution department divided by number of drivers is goods moved out of the factory. Right? Then machine setup, the means factory, machine setup, factory. So factory expense will be divided by the number of times the production run. Okay, so every cost center will have the cost drivers, and accordingly you calculate the cost per drive and charge according to the each product. And that will give you the total cost of each product accurately. Again, there is some problem in this, but it is 99% accurate, not 100%. I can say 99, I can say 98, but not 100% accurate. Nearest to the accurate. with less errors. Yes, my dear Vidula. Okay, so I finished up with you the first and the second chapter. Hope you enjoyed the chapter and my explanation. Let us move on to the next chapter called material. From this chapter, lots of numerical problems, 3 mark problems will be there. Okay, so since we have only 45 minutes, so I have to complete that chapter in 45 minutes. So let us start with that chapter without wasting time. Yes. So everyone understood the chapter which I taught you right now, the first and the second chapter, third chapter. You enjoyed it? You find it interesting. Actually, costing is a little bit boring, but I try to make it, thoda, okay. Vidula is only person who is saying, sir, I enjoyed. Thank you, Sandeep sir. Sarang, thank you very much for your instant. Sigmund, where are you? My dear friend Sigmund. You didn't enjoy. Rishikesh, thank you very much. No, my dear, first and the third is completed. First and the third, Manzoor. First and the third is completed. Now we are into the second chapter. Thank you, Snail, for the word of the award of words which you have given to me. That very good example. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll move further. You people create my demand. That is why today I'm alive in this college. Otherwise, I would, this sir would have kicked out of this college at the very beginning only. But you people, creating my demand. You people are there for my, UGC approval also. Thank you very much for all that thing. Sandeep sir, Sigmund, Prakriti is there. My dear Surya Prakash, Suprakash, cost drivers, in page number 105, you will find the cost centers and the cost drivers. If I say purchase department, the purchase department total expense I will divide with cost drivers means number of times I have ordered. That is a cost driver. Suppose sales department, total expense divided by number of times the goods moves of the factory. That is a cost drivers. Suppose if I am talking about the warehouse expense, the warehouse is one of the, so uska total expense divided by number of items the warehouse is dealing with. Okay, Suprakash, you understood, my dear? Got the point? Suprakash, are you? Yes, formula is always the same. Divide by number of drivers, my dear. Total expense divided by number of drivers. There is no different formula, only one formula. All department expense separately divided by number of drivers will get per drive the cost. Achha, if your product has used 2 drives, multiply with 2, charge to that product. If the product has used 1 drive, multiply with that 1, charge to the product. Yes, my dear Sanjeevani, because in admin expense also, we are not sure that how much person has worked. Sanjeevani has asked me one question, sir, that if we are taking everything in whole and distribution in ABC metal costing, still we are not accurate. Why it is not accurate, my dear Sanjeevani? What happened? I will give an example that some of the machinery cost, you have divide the machinery run expense with number of time it is run. Now, number of time it is run, some 5 times I have run the machinery for using. So 1 time for product A, 2 times for product 2, and 3 times for product 2 times for product 3. Right now, so what happened? 1 time which I have run, it is for 6 hours, and this 2 times which I have run for this product is for 3 hours and 3 hours. But still, I am charging more to this rather than that. Sanjay, got my point? What I am trying to tell you. Yes, बेटा. आपने क्या किया? जिस प्रोडक्ट के लिए जितने बार रन किया, वो काउंट. तो काउंट में नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स रन ले रहे हो तुम लोग, राइट? बट हाउ मेनी आवर्स वो नहीं ले रहे हो ना? Yes. So there are certain problems. You know, that's the reason I say 99% accurate, not 100%. Okay, now we'll move on to the next chapter called material. Material. Now when the word comes material in your mind, I'll just give an example how important the material is for the costing department. Because if they take care of material cost, they'll be in a very... Shweta, it is not possible to give just in 5 minutes, my dear. Shweta, I'm very sorry. Let me finish because see, I don't have extra lecture because I can't take extra lecture. I am busy in some other commitments of mine. That's the reason I'm not able to take extra lecture, Shweta. So that's the reason I want to finish off this because there are many people who have not come for PCP. So those who have come for PCP, I have completed with them. But those who have not come for PCP, I have to complete the portion for them, Shweta. So please, I'm very sorry for that. If I complete the portion, this chapter well within time, then definitely I'll give you a gist of this chapter, Shweta. Otherwise, V lecture is always there, my dear, Shweta. V lecture is for you. Okay, so please don't feel bad about it. Don't complain. पापी पेट का सवाल. Yes. अब तूने तो मेरा पेट देखा ही है. कितना बड़ा है. तो please don't complain. Thank you, Sandeep sir. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Sarang, you can reach me after PCP, VCF. You can reach me by sending a mail to me, my dear. Sarang. This is my mail, my dear. Since you have asked me, I have to reply to you. So this is my mail ID. I'm sending it to you. Suresh Pujari 00@gmail.com. Suresh Pujari 00@gmail.com. This is my mail ID. You can always send your queries across to my mail ID. Okay, my dear. Definitely, I will get. It will sometime. It may be delayed because since in all my colleges, some commitments are at the peak, and we have exams and all that corrections. So I have a little bit work. And this coming month there is the Ganpati. So Ganpati at my place. So I'm busy with that also. So I might take time to reply, but I will definitely reply, Sarah. Okay, my dear. So. Fine. Chalo. Material. In cost accounting team, Ganpati Bappa Moria, Rishikesh. Yes, you're right. Ganpati Bappa Moria. Okay. You all are invited to my house for Ganpati Darshan. Whenever, if you are near to my area, if you are not also, then also you can come to my place for Ganpati Darshan. It is 10 days Ganpati function. Okay. I stay at Thane in Siddheshwar Garden next to Everest World. Bears Company, opposite Bears Company. Okay. So if you are staying nearby, you are most invited. Those who are staying away from Thane, they are invited, but I know they can. Will they make it or not? Because it is, 10 days, Vasant. 10 days. So but the day when you come, you should just inform me so that I will be at home. Otherwise, you're coming and I am not there. Thank you, Rishikesh. Okay. Yeah, Sanjeevani. Welcome. You are most welcome, my dear. Okay. So what I was saying that material, when I'm talking about material play an important role in the costing department. If the costing people take care of material cost, definitely they'll be in a position to give a competitive price to their product. Right? So I have to have a control on material cost. So when I'm talking about material cost, people start thinking that material cost, how can we control material cost? By purchasing. See, material cost doesn't mean the purchase cost at which I am purchasing. Right? Material cost doesn't mean that the purchase cost of material which I am purchasing. That I can't control. That is not in my hand. It is totally dependent on the government policy and the economical factors. Right? That I'm not saying. I say, see, suppose 100 rupees is the cost of production of my product. 100 rupees is the cost of production. Out of that 100 rupees, 60 rupees I spend only on material, and remaining 40 rupees is for material, labor and overheads. Means factory overhead, admin overhead and selling overheads. This is an example I'm giving you. See, from this example, from this portion, this bifurcation of the cost, from this you can understand how important the control of material plays in the costing. Right? So when I'm talking about 60 rupees is the cost of the material, I'm not only talking about the purchase cost. Definitely 60 rupees include the material cost at which you have purchased. But I'm talking about the other two elements which are attached to the material. The other two elements are the buying cost, the purchase department cost, and the storage department cost, the carrying cost. See, आपने 60 रुपए में 10 रुपया या 15 रुपया कॉस्ट ऑफ मेटेरियल को दिया है, वो तो कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन इसको खरीदने के लिए हमारा परचेज डिपार्टमेंट, देयर आर वन परचेज डिपार्टमेंट हु आर एक्सक्लूसिवली गिवन दिस वर्क दैट कीप ऑन फॉलोइंग अप to the company, to the supplier, and keep calling them and take the process, take the bill, take the presentation, everything, and then order. Okay, and then the second one is after getting order, keep that stock in the godown for a time, for the time being it has been used for production. So when I'm talking about 60, yes, maintaining. I'm talking about 60 rupees. I'm not only talking 60 rupees is not purchase cost of the material. Purchase cost is not, purchase of material includes two, it also, when I talk about material, it includes three elements in that. One, the purchase cost, which is not controllable, it is not in my hand. But other two costs which are attached to the material is the buying cost, the purchase department cost, and the storage cost, the carrying cost. But these two costs can be controlled. If these two cost is controlled and put it to the lowest, definitely we'll be in a position to give a competitive price to our product. Understood? Is that clear? Okay. So when I'm talking about material, I'm not only talking about the cost of at which you purchase the material, but I'm talking about the buying cost, the production purchase department cost, and the storage department cost. Okay. Yes, my dear, custom packaging, etc. Understood? So for that we need to, yes, Sanjeevani, you are right. Not only custom packaging, storage cost, that is carrying cost, and purchasing cost. Purchasing cost means there is a different department in your company who are totally into the process of purchasing goods, keep on purchasing the goods from various suppliers. They will keep on calling various suppliers. They will keep on calling calling for various, taking follow-up, taking the catalogs from various suppliers and see the best quotation, best quantity. All that they do that work, and for that, whatever department is set up for that, whatever expense you pay on their salary, electricity charges, office rent, salary, everything that comes together, that is your purchase cost. Yes, that is Sarang, that is LBT cost will get added to the cost of the raw material purchase. I'm not talking about that cost where which you are paying to the supplier and getting the cost. I am talking about that to make that happen, that goods are coming to you and goods are maintained with you. There are two expenses which are included, which are attached to this cost. They are the buying cost. Snail, LBT, LBT to purchase cost में जाता है बेटा. Snail, 60 rupees include 15 rupees का cost. 15 rupees is the material, the amount which you are paying to the supplier. 15 rupees. That 15 rupees include LBT. उसमें buying cost. See, did I say that cost of material? Did I say cost of material? I am talking about the department, the purchase department, which have purchase manager, which have different staff, where they keep on calling the supplier. Sanjay, forget about that LBT now. Why you are talking about that? It is unnecessarily, creating disturbance to you. You are introducing tax in the cost. I am not worried about the cost, tax part in the costing. I am actually worried about the buying, purchase department cost and the storage department cost. So in order to control these costs, because the price at which I am buying the cost, buying the material, is not in my hand. It cannot be calculated. It cannot be controlled. It cannot be controlled because it is not in my hand. It is a market. Yes, Here I am talking about the department who are working to focus, to purchase, keep on giving orders and following up and getting the goods delivered to the factory premises. To the people, the department who are working for the maintenance of that goods stored in the department. And see to that there should not be any shortage during the production process. So for that purpose, we do inventory control. Inventory control, for inventory control, the main objective of inventory control is to have a continuous flow of product material to the production department. There, if you are doing a proper inventory control, there will be a continuous flow of the raw material to the production department, because of which you can finish the production well in time, in planned manner, because of which you can cope up with the customer demand and give satisfaction to them, which increase the goodwill to the company. Right? Third, it reduced the idle time of labor and workers, because suddenly one day the workers came to the factory, they started the machine, and suddenly they find that there is no raw material. They stop the machine and they sit. The company has to pay salary to them, though they are sitting idle. It is not their mistake, right? It is the mistake of the management who have not maintained the stock properly. Right? So there is a special people, there is a special team who take care of this, that there should be a control, continuous flow of raw material from go down to the factory process, so that there should be less idle time of labor and machine, which will reduce the cost of production. Rotation of raw material, understood? So for doing that, we implement various inventory control techniques. There are different inventory control techniques. Out of only 3 are there for you. One is ABC plan, always better plan, control plan, always better control plan, ABC plan. Yes, Razi, you are right, but right now, forget about that organizational chart, my dear. You are right, your statement is right, Razi. But right now, we are now concentrating on the 2 department cost. We need to reduce this cost. We can't reduce the price of the material in the market. We can reduce this cost which are attached as soon as the goods comes in. For making the goods comes in, there is a purchase department. As soon as the goods comes in, to keep them in always intact, as well as continuous flow, should we maintain a continuous flow from the conversion of raw material to finished goods. There should not be any shortage. There should not be stock or out stock. So that should not happen. That is seen by a particular department, that is called storage team. So we are spending to these 2 departments, purchase department and storage department. These 2 expenses, JIT, just in time. Yes, you are right, Rishikesh. Just in time is one of the inventory control program which is used by some of the companies nowadays. But right now we have only 3 methods in our portion. They are ABC, always better control plan, to have a control that मेरा मिल है कितना कम है, कितना कम हो रहा है, कितना खरीदना चाहिए, कभी खरीदना चाहिए, ये सब के लिए we should have a control. For that, what we did, we first introduced ABC plan. ABC plan क्या किया? Whatever material you are dealing with, you will divide. You will first find out each and every quantity of each and every material used for production. Quantity and the rate, multiply that. Quantity and rate, quantity and rate, and quantity and rate. Multiply it and get the value. And see that which is the most costly material. So keep that in a very A category, supreme category. The high, high attention. It requires more attention, more, attention, more, supervision, everything. Because it's the highest paid, and there the order lead time. जब भी तुम लोग order करते हो, it will take time to come to your premises. So that is considerable, and it is very costly also. So that I'll keep at a very high alert, A, in A category. उससे थोड़ा less costly B category, and least costly, which are easily available as and when you want and as much quantity you want. That will be in the C category, where I will not order only. Whenever I require, I will just get that and put it in the right. So what we need to do, we need to arrange the quantity, and first to calculate the quantity of the product material used by you and their price, multiply it and get the total amount. Arrange them in descending order of amount. The very highly costly materials will be stock will be kept at the A category. B category, less costly. C category, least costly. And in this way, we can divert our attention. We can give our attention focus on the A first, because A is more costly. They are right on high, right? Then less, and then the least. So if when there is diversification of your attention, definitely the inventory control technique will work. If you keep on seeing ऐसा बैठ के उल्लू के जैसे बैठ के ऐसा देखते रहोगे, कितने किसको देख सकते हो? Can you see? Unless and until you are Rajnikant. Can you see? So इसलिए मैंने क्या किया, डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर. किसको ज्यादा देखना चाहिए, किसको बारे में ज्यादा सोचना चाहिए, किसको ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंस देना चाहिए, उसको ए में रख दो. उसको ज्यादा कंसंट्रेशन, ज्यादा इंस्पेक्शन, ज्यादा सुपरविजन, ज्यादा मॉनिटरिंग. तो उससे थोड़ा लेस, और एकदम लीस्ट को सबसे कम अटेंशन. So in this way we can have an inventory control. Always better control plan in which A category में सबसे high costly goods and C category में सबसे low costly goods. Is that clear? Okay, fine. Next method is fixation of level. Page number 87, method of inventory control. Very good. क्या बात है? You are fully in data. God bless you. Okay. Now fixation of level of method. Now fixation of level of method से भी हम लोग inventory control कर सकते हैं. Now see, my aim is to reduce two costs: purchase cost and storage cost. If in order to reduce the storage cost, if I keep on purchasing again and again, my purchase cost increase and storage cost decrease. But at the end of the day, they are same. See, if my purchase cost is 17 and 10 and and storage cost is 10. Now क्या हो गया कि मैं storage करना ही मेरे को storage नहीं करना है. I keep on purchasing. So purchase cost will go up 20 rupees and storage cost will come down by 0. So क्या हो गया? Cost तो दोनों का same ही है, 20 है. So what is the use of control? अच्छा, suppose हम लोग ने क्या किया, परचेज घड़ी घड़ी नहीं कर रहे, एक ही बार. I purchase only once, but in lump sum quantity. So क्या होगा, storage cost बढ़ जाएगा और purchase cost 0 हो जाएगा. Again, storage cost is at 20 rupees, purchase cost is 0 rupees. What is the use? We are not controlling anything. So in order to keep the book cost to the lower, what I need to do, I have to keep a balance between them, right? For that, fixation of level methods. For fixation of level, in this fixation of level, I'll fix the maximum quantity which will not put pressure on the storage cost, right? So maximum quantity. For calculating maximum quantity, what are the points you have to consider? You have to consider, yes, we need to find out the average also. You have to consider the lead time. What do you mean by lead time? As soon as you order the goods, at what time it reached to the company premises. That's called lead time. See the lead time, consumption pattern of the goods. Shelf life of the product, shelf time of the product. Otherwise, products is, if they are perishable goods, they get destroyed very fast, right? Shelf life of the product, and at the same time, the space available for the storing the quantity. If you don't have the space and you have fixed a very high quantity, what will happen? If we have to keep on storing the raw material at a place where we are producing, that will create problems to the factory workers who will not be able to work properly because they are not allowed to move properly because they are stuck. So what are the points we have to keep in mind? One, the shelf life. First of all, the lead time. Second, the consumption pattern. How fast you are consuming the product. If you are consuming very slow, your maximum level will be less. If you consume fast, the maximum level will be high. Okay. Then the shelf life of the goods, shelf time of the goods. How in what day or in what month the goods get destroyed or perished. Okay. Then last but not the least, the space available for storage. This is the thing. And on that basis, you calculate the maximum level of the quantity. Then minimum level. Now have you, this example I've given in PCP also, that have you ever had a ride in a bike? Do you have a bike with you? Bike, not kinetic. I'm talking about bike. See, sometimes you might experience that when you're driving, suddenly your bike stops. At that time, you turn down and you take a turn, you remove, rotate a key down on your right hand side, left hand side. You rotate the key or right hand side, whatever, wherever side it is. Okay, and then kick, the bike gets started. What happened? What is happening there? What you did there? What you did there? Because in the bike there is one system. When you fill the petrol, it goes to reserve. minimum level, 1 liter, 1 liter, 2 liters, it will get in reserve, and remaining it will be in the tank. So till that time it is on, so tank petrol will be used. And when petrol is over, there is minimum quantity. So if that minimum reserve quantity was not there, what would have happened, you would be in deep trouble. You would have been trouble for, you will be in the middle of the road and pushing your bike to the nearest petrol pump. That will destroy your whole day. That will get, हाथ गाड़ी चलानी पड़ती थी, right? तुम्हारा कमर चले जाता, तुम्हारा पैर चले जाते, right? मतलब पैर दुखने, उस दिन तो पैर की वाट लग जाती, right? So that did not happen. That's the reason there is a minimum reserve level. Similarly, company has kept a minimum level. The companies, the workers are not allowed, the production department is not allowed to go below that level. As soon as they reach that level, if they are reaching that level, they will order the quantity. Okay, so that is a minimum level. Again, minimum level, lead time, consumption pattern, and the shelf life of the product. That you have to consider. Okay, that is a minimum level or risk level, whatever it is. Acha, then reordering level. What is the reordering level? When you are reaching to the minimum level, that time is called reordering level. What is reordering quantity? What is reordering quantity? The quantity which fulfills the gap between the maximum level and minimum level is called reordering quantity. Okay, then we have zero level. Now danger level, not zero level. What is danger level? The level below the minimum level is called danger level. Company will never allow the production department to go below the minimum level to the danger level unless and until they got a special order from the top level management that you go below the minimum level, because since we have ordered the goods but there is a transportation strike because of which it is delayed. Only if you are getting a special permission from the top level management, then only you will go to the danger level. Otherwise, no company will go to the danger level. So that is fixation of level. In this, there is 3 mark sums from this topic. You will get definitely. And that too from the textbook. Same problem is there. But you should know the formula. If you want to by heart the formula, I have done the sum with you in the V lecture. Excuse me. I have done the sum with you in the V lecture. You can do the sum with me so that you will by heart the formulas also, and you will be able to. Thank you, Snail. God bless you. You will, it will flow with me, so you will be able to solve the sums also without copy from the textbook. Some people have that, I will not copy, sir. I never copy. Though it is an open book, but I will never copy. That's people. The V lecture is there. You can do the sum with me. Yes, with God bless you. Okay, fine. So you'll get 3 mark sums from this, from this maximum level, minimum level, zero level, and calculation of maximum level and minimum level. Okay, the formula is there. You go through the textbook and do the sums. Right? If you find any difficulty, you can see the V lecture and solve with me. Okay, then we have third method is EOQ. What is EOQ? Economic order quantity. Now everyone says that economic order quantity is economical for your pocket. No, it is not like that. Economic order quantity is that quantity which brings the storage cost and purchase cost to the minimum. The quantity at which your storage cost and purchase cost, the buying cost, is at zero level or minimum level, not zero. Minimum level, that is your economic order quantity. So economic order quantity will be one sum on economic order quantity for 3 months. Formula you have to see square root of 2UP upon S, where U stands for unit consumed, P stands for cost of placing order, cost of placing means buying department, right? And S stands for storage cost. Shweta, whole square root of 2UP upon S. 2 U unit consumed. P stands for placing order, cost of placing order. Cost of placing order. What is the cost of placing the order? Not the cost of the material. And S stands for storage cost. It is there in the textbook. You can see the textbook and solve one sum with me in the V lecture. Page number 92. Okay. Okay, then next from in this next topic is valuation of stock. for valuation of stock, we need to do the two calculations simultaneously. If you are valuing the stock, if you are valuing the finding the value of the stock which is there lying in the godown or warehouse, so for that you need to calculate two calculations simultaneously, right? Rishikesh, valuation of stock requires two calculations simultaneously. It is a separate topic. There is a heading called in your textbook, valuation of stock. For valuation stock, you need to calculate the quantity and you need to calculate the cost. It is in page number 93. When you are calculating quantity, for calculating quantity, there are three methods. For calculating quantity, there are three methods. One, physical balance method. Means you go to the warehouse and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 physically. That is physical balance method. It is not possible in case of a huge company, right? It is possible in case of Jetalal showroom, where he will tell Nettu Kaka, go to the godown and see how many fridge or AC is there in the godown. Yes or no? Yes. So physical balance method, where you go physically and count, calculate and get the total quantity. Okay. Second is book balance method. Book balance method is suitable for big bazaars, DMarts, where they want to know the quantity of each and every product. So, you know, when they pay the bill, they do a barcode reading. So with the help of that barcode reading, what happens, you know, the print bill, you get the printed bill, right? At the same time, the computer, the ERP system of your store will reduce quantity one by one as soon as the goods are sold. And at the end, when they check if you want any particular quantity, any particular product or quantity, you can just put the barcode of that, you'll get that quantity. And this much quantity is remaining. Okay, Kiran. So that is physical book balance method. Physical balance method, Nattu Kaka, Jetalal showroom. Book balance method, DMart, system update, yes, Snail, DMart, like big bazaar, you know, medical shop where, wellness medical shop where they are barcode system, right? All that. When you are dealing with different product, n number of product under one roof. Okay. So, and third one is derived or calculative method. Now, derived and calculative method is a method which is used to calculate the quantity of goods which are in work in progress. For example, in textile industry, there are huge quantity of product which are there in big boilers. They are in process. Either we have finished goods or we have raw material. But what about the stock which are there in the process? If you don't consider that, if you don't value that stock, your calculation will go wrong. Your gross profit will go wrong. Yes or no? So for that, it is very much necessary for me to calculate the cost of a quantity of work in progress. For calculating quantity of work in progress, there is a method which is introduced by cost accounting team. It is called derived or calculated method. In that, there is unique, example of method for work in progress is equivalent costing. Equivalent costing is one of the example of derived and calculative method for calculating the quantity of work in progress, which is not there in textbook. This is just for your knowledge I am giving. Okay. Then we had, cost. After quantity, we need to calculate cost. For cost, either you take cost price, that is the first method, multiply with the cost price, or the market price. If you are dealing with petrol, coal, all natural resources, you have to take market price. If you are dealing with manufactured goods, you will take cost price, or the third method, cost or market, whichever is less. We as an accounting process, we take cost or market price, whichever is less. But if you are dealing with natural resources, you will take purchase price. Market price. Okay, so there are three methods for calculating the quantity. There are three methods for calculating the cost. Multiplying these two, you will get the total value of the product or the production. Okay, so which are the three methods for calculating the quantity? One is physical balance method, second one is book balance method, third one is derived or calculative balance method. Then we have, for calculating cost, we have three methods. One, cost. Second, market price. Third, market or cost price, whichever is less. Okay. Now, after that, we have the methods for valuing the cost of material issued for production. Valuing the cost of metal issued for production. Now, in this, you should know under which heading this method comes. There are three methods. One is cost method. Second is weighted average cost method. Third one is notional price method. What was the third one? You can see one is the cost method. Second one is the average cost method. Third one is the what? Market price. Which is the third one? Calculation of cost of metal issued, notional method. Now in the cost method, there is a specific rate method, specific cost method, LIFO method, FIFO method, and base stock method. In average cost method, there is simple average, weighted average, periodic simple average, weighted simple average, like that. Third method is the notional cost method. Notional cost method. In notional cost method, we have standard and inflated cost. You should know the details of various methods. That's all, because the sums which they are going to ask is from LIFO, FIFO, weighted average, these three sums. And that we have done in our FA. So I'm not going to repeat that because you know that, but still if you need that, no sir, we need that, you can see the V lecture, my dear. If you don't mind, you can see the V lecture. You've already done that weighted average cost, FIFO method, LIFO method, how to find out the closing stock and how to find out the cost of goods sold. That I have explained you in the first sem. So I'm telling you, just remember that how many methods are there for calculating the cost of price issued to the cost of raw material issued. One is the cost method, second one is weighted average cost method, third one is notional cost method. In cost method, you have four: specific cost method, FIFO method, LIFO method, base price method, base stock method. Second, in average cost method, you have simple average, weighted average, periodic simple average, weighted simple average, notional. No, my dear, there is on from three methods. Weighted average method, LIFO method, FIFO method. Snail. Okay? Just for your knowledge, because these all methods are disappear from the market. They are not being used nowadays. So that is the reason I don't have any practical examples right now, to explain. So just go through from the textbook to read through, just having the knowledge of that. Okay? Fine. So after that, see, from the beginning of the lecture, when I started this chapter, I thought we are doing inventory control and we are controlling two costs. Which cost? Purchasing, buying cost and the storage cost. But at the end of the day, I have implemented an effective method, inventory control method. But still at the end of the day, I am standing at the same rate. I am standing at the same place, 60 rupees. I have not reduced even single rupees. What went wrong? Why? Did I choose the wrong method of inventory control or something? What went wrong that I have not achieved my inventory control, not achieve my target? The main objective is to have the reduction in the cost of raw material, but I have not achieved that. What went wrong? Tell me. What was the reason that I am not able to do that? What was the reason? Tell me, my dear. Do you have any idea that what went wrong, that instead of doing effective inventory method, then also I am not able to, I'm not able to do the inventory method, inventory control. I'm not able to. Production planning, no Rishikesh, that is also done very effectively. Production planning also done very much effectively. But then also I fail to reduce the cost of raw material. I'm at 60 rupees. Yes, Moini, due to spoilage, due to wastage, due to scrap, due to damage. Because in any inventory control, we are not talking about any of the wastage, spoilage that happened during the production process. Inventory control is the process where it ends from the go down to the raw material production process. Till that, inventory control process is there. But the process loss is not controlled under inventory control. So, though I have done, Shiddat say I have followed a method. Because someone has told me, a big person has told me that if you do anything with Shiddat, then Puri Kainat will help you to achieve that target. Yes. So I have followed that. Shiddat say I have followed inventory control method, properly maintain maximum level, minimum level, or if I use that EOQ method, properly maintain, or if I use ABC plan also, that also I have done it properly. distributing A में giving more concentration, less on C and equal little less on B. But still I failed. Why? Because during the process, because of my faulty machine, because of my unskilled labor, there is lots of wastage of raw material. Acha, since they are wasting, since the raw materials are in huge quantity, they are bound, they are tend to make, psychologically they are tend to use more raw material. Instead of using less raw material, they are using more raw material. बोलते हैं अरे है ना यार, चल ना use कर, वांदा नहीं. Right? So that is creating problem to me. Instead of my shiddat, instead of my whole focusing on inventory control, I have not taken care of these small things which created a huge difference at the end while calculating the cost. So first of all, if you are doing inventory control, along with that, you have to take care of your wastage, spoilage, damage and scrap. So for that purpose, first of all, start with the root cause. What is the root cause? Faulty machine, faulty means low quality raw material, unskilled labor, right? So if it is that, remove the faulty machine, replace that machine, right? Improve the quality of raw material. Because of poor raw material quality, my production, there is lots of wastage or damage. Okay, remove or get a new raw material with a high quality raw material. Train your worker and give incentives to them. If you do less wastage, if you don't do wastage, you will get this incentives, this much bonus. So if you are giving such type of program, if you are running such type of program, definitely the wastage, scrap, damage will get. After that also, if there is a particular scrap or damage is happening, so do one thing, take the segregation, means do the जितना भी scrap हो उसको segregate करो and find out the best. Segregate मतलब जो बेच सकते जो नहीं बेच सकते, राइट? आज की तारीख में हर एक स्क्रैप किसी न किसी के लिए यूजफुल होता है. So try to find out the best buyer for that scrap. For example, if you go to Parle-G, when they are producing Parle-G, पैक करके बेचते हैं तो पैकिंग में बिस्किट के अंदर टूट जाते हैं. अच्छे बिस्किट के पैकेट अलग और टूटे हुए बिस्किट के पैकेट अलग. उसको क्या करते हैं? In the Parle-G there is a factory outlet. In that factory outlet, the small shopkeeper from the remote Chaul area, they come and they buy that biscuit, because they don't buy that fully biscuit. They buy that biscuit which are little bit damaged, अंदर थोड़ा चूरा हो गया, and they get that small biscuit at a very less rate as compared to the market rate, and they sell in the remote area. Their remote area people like that because there the standard of living is less, and he sell it at a very low rate there. Okay, so that wastage can be, that damage can be sold in a second, the very cheaper rate to the seller. So I am buying that such type. अच्छा, production के time पे जो बिस्किट टूट जाते हैं, वो बिस्किट को जमा करके Parle-G company, what do you know? They distribute that biscuit to the forest area of Goregaon RA Mill colony, and on that the animals are fed. The iron and steel industry, after the iron and steels are melted. And steel are melted. For that they are using coal, so they get that ashes. That ashes, if you throw it in the atmosphere, it is very dangerous for the atmosphere. So what they did now, construction companies, since bricks are not available and bricks are a little bit costly, they take these ashes and they put some some chemical and some cement, and they make the blocks. The blocks are very lighter, effective, and they are more quality. They are more better than the EAT, because EAT, when you put a nail, when you strike a nail, it will crack, but it is you'll never get cracked, because you drill it properly, get drilled. So from that ashes, the coal ashes which you get from the steel industry, from that ashes these blocks of blocks are maintained, produced, which is useful for the construction department. Understood? So this is how, if there is wastage, first you stop the root cause. If there is root cause, then also after stopping everything you've done, but still there is a scrap and wastage, try to segregate which can be sold, which cannot be sold, and get the best buyer and recycle that product, best buyer, and get something out of that reduce the cost. Okay, this is how you can do the inventory control and reduce the cost of the raw material. The very best example of inventory control program is by Tata Nano. This is the company who has reduced the buying cost, the purchase cost, and the storage cost totally to zero. They did not reduce, they eliminated. because they got free land from Gujarat government. So what they did, they told all their suppliers to have a godown in outside the factory premises. So now it is their lookout to maintain the stock, to keep the stock, to purchase the stock, to keep the storage. And for them also it is very easier because that reduce the transportation cost. They only produce there, they only store there, so transportation cost बढ़ गया, right? और purchase cost भी बढ़ गया उनका, मतलब उनका भी storage cost बढ़ गया, कम हो गया. They from their side also they produce, they get the good delivered there, and from there it goes to factory premises. So whenever Tata people want the good, they'll intercom, not call, they'll intercom, or the system will shoot the message, send this automobile part to the factory. And this is how they have eliminated the buying cost and selling cost. Because of that, they are the first company who come up with the lowest cost car. That is 90,000 rupees, at which you get nowadays a rickshaw. You know? So this is the best example of an inventory control. So I hope you understood the chapter very well. Yes, I finished off the chapter. You are supposed to take care of, maximum level, minimum level sum. You have supposed to take care of EOQ sum. ABC method ka costing, there is one sum which I solved in the V lecture, as well as you can start from the textbook also. You can solve how to calculate, divide the total cost with the cost drivers, and then charge the product. Okay, so there will be some, and you'll be mostly, more or less, you'll be getting 38 question ka paper, because 3 marks questions are there. Okay, so I hope you understood the chapter. Now Shweta has told me, sir, ABC method costing. Now Shweta, for you, this is explain again ABC method costing. What I am doing, I have given an example that 4 of us went for a dinner, and Vidula, me, Rishikesh and Sanjeevani, and there they, since it is Shravan, we didn't have any non-veg, all taken veg, but these 3 people, they were very fond of mocktails, so they ordered for mocktails. So what happened? At the end, when we finished up our dinner, the total bill was 4,000. Shweta, are you there, Shweta? Shweta, my dear. Thank you very much, beta. So this is for you. So the total bill was 4,000, right? So in the traditional costing method, I divide this Dutch karo. Yeah, any Facebook group? Shailesh is asking any Facebook group of yours. Please give me that ID of the Facebook group, because Shailesh want to join your Facebook group. हाँ श्वेता, I am giving 3rd chapter का ही gist, my dear. तुमको किसने बोला कि first chapter का है करके? Who said that कि this is first chapter का gist? Yeah, Shweta, this is the 3rd chapter का ही gist. Dear. Okay, so we went for a dinner. 4,000 is the cost. The traditional costing method says that divide this into 4. So divide it to 4. So 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. This is the traditional costing method, where since I have not used the service of that mocktail, but still I have paid. So this is what is happening in the traditional costing method. This is eliminated by ABC costing method. According to ABC costing method, every expense is a variable expense. There is no expense or fixed expense in ABC costing method. According to this, the person who has taken the service of that, he has to pay for that. If he has not taken the service, he will not have to pay. So as per this method, what ABC costing method says that first to take 1,500 rupees जो mocktail का खर्चा है, वो तीनों में बांटो. Because वो संजीवनी, विदुला एंड ऋषिकेश में बांटो. वो बांट दिया. उसके बाद जो 2,500 का कॉस्ट है, that you distribute among all the 4. Right? So that is, yeah, Shweta, normally in the friends we follow traditional costing method, but those who are very cunning, एकदम पैसे का हिसाब रखते हो, वो बोलता है नहीं भाई, ये मैंने नहीं लिया, मैं इसका पैसा नहीं दूंगा. There are in our group there are people who follow ABC costing method. बोलता I have not taken this, so I will pay only for this. You might have experienced that when you went for a dinner or a lunch with your friends. Yes, or Shweta. So similarly, Shweta, in the production also, I will divide the whole till prime cost. It is the same: direct material, direct labor, direct expense, total prime cost. Till there, traditional costing and ABC costing method is same. After that, Shweta, what I will do? I will divide the whole company expense in various. What do you say? Various cost centers, various departments, and get the total of each cost centers. Get the total of each department. right? After getting the total of each department, divide each department not with the number of unit produced, divide each department cost with the number of cost drivers. So in page number 105, you will find various department and various cost drivers, right? Various cost drivers. Mera tu, tera tu, mera mein. Right. So suppose purchase department, Shweta, purchase department is there, sales department is there, or machine run up department is there, machine run. Okay, purchase department total cost is 50 crores. Divide number of times they have ordered. They have ordered 10 times. So 50 crores divided by 10 times. So 5 crores is the cost for one order, one time order. So for one product of mine, suppose एक product ने दो बार order किया. So for that product I will charge 2 times. For one product only once, so I will charge only one time. For third product I have ordered thrice, so I will charge 3 times. So this is how the cost is distributed on the basis of cost drivers. So each department will be divided with cost driver, Shweta. So that is also why I was saying that mocktail will be divided among Shweta, Sanjeevani, Vidula and Rishikesh, and total food cost will be divided among all of them. This was the gist of the third chapter, Shweta. Okay, I hope you understood. Now advantages, disadvantages, steps, all you have to go through from the textbook. Okay, fine. Thank you, Sandeep sir. So I hope you understood, you enjoyed this midterm session, right? So all the best. Happy Raksha Bandhan to you all. Happy Gokulashtami to you all. And happy Ganesh Chaturthi to you all. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you, Sanjeevani. Shweta, you understood na mera bachcha? Okay. Great. So, shall we wind up, because now I'm sweating like anything, because after 9:30 they just after 9 o'clock they shut down. Okay, Sigmund, but don't put it in the, on air this lecture, because otherwise there will be problem for your batch. Okay, noted. Fine. Happy Ganesh Chaturthi to everyone. Everyone. God bless you. Right? All are invited to my place. Opposite Bears Company, next to Everest World Jasmine Tower. Yes, my Shweta, you can ask me. Jasmine Tower, if you come there in that Siddheshwar Garden Jasmine Tower, you ask anyone, me being Suresh Pujari, definitely they will tell you where I am staying. Okay? So all are invited. Some will be from first chapter, second chapter and the third chapter. All the chapters, sums will be there. And Mohini, I have already recorded the sums for you. So you can go through that. Yes, Shweta, you can ask your query if you want. Thank you, Ashish, for your compliment, my dear. Thank you, Sandeep sir, for that compliment. Project, my dear, project, I don't know any idea about that, because I'm very much, illiterate in that project ka work. I never done project in my life. All are done by my group. I just give presentation, that's all. So I'm very sorry, Shweta. I'm very, very sorry. You can contact Sigmund, because Sigmund is a person. Sandeep sir is there. Sigmund is there. He is the person who had come up with various solutions for you people. I can type the name for you. You can search in the Facebook. Sigmund sir is, doing a fantastic job. He has developed a web page for you people where you can get the notes. Where you can get the notes of each and every chapter, of each and every professor. You can type this, it will definitely help you. And he is the person who has given all the V lecture at one place in his site. It's amazing. I salute him. Okay, so that's all for the day. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you, Kiran. चलो फिर मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट सेम में. Till that time, good night, good day, and have a safe festival. Yes, Sanjini, thank you very much, my dear. And all the best for your CA. Sanjini, I see my story in you, no? Because I also completed only my CA ka inter. I have not cleared my finals because some, financial problem was there, because of which I didn't complete my CA. Because of this, I'm suffering today, you know. But I'm not, saying I'm not having any type of grudges. It is okay. No problem, Sanjeev. Sanjeevni, there is something other thing waiting for you. Okay, fine. Take care. God bless you.